So, in this day and age, video editing is an insanely valuable skill set. Basically, every company needs videos online. I started as a freelancer and managed to build up my business into receiving six figures income and also building up my profile into the level I am today. If you want to learn how to edit your videos in Adobe Premiere Pro, make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end. We're going to start with introduction. Adobe Premiere Pro CC is a powerful timeline-based video editing application. For me, I will underline powerful timeline-based. Powerful means it's strong. Powerful means it's good. Powerful means it is next level, so you don't play with it. Timeline-based means it works with your time, it works with your minute, your seconds, your hour, and you can relate it with how your time works naturally. Using Premiere Pro, you can edit video, audio clips into sequence, apply effects and transitions, export your sequence into sharing with others, and more. Premiere Pro also works hand in hand with other Adobe Creative Cloud apps such as Audition, After Effects, and Photoshop. This means that if you're using Premiere Pro, you also need to understand how to use Audition, After Effects, and Photoshop. Audition helps you edit your sounds. While working with Premiere Pro, also you're telling a story with sound, you're telling a story with transitions, you're telling a story with effects, you're also telling a story with still pictures, photos, and so on. So in order for you to connect your story well, and also for you to get the right story, you need to work with these four softwares: Premiere Pro, Audition, After Effects, and Photoshop. In the sense where you need to use After Effects is to give your work a different look, like to apply a great transition, also creating a great intro to your video and also outro to your video. And in the position where you want to use a still picture, so you can edit your pictures on Photoshop and import it to Premiere Pro to use it for your project. So if we go down a bit, you will see where we have learning objective. So in this course, this is what we're going to be learning, and this is what we're going to be understanding. Navigate the Premiere Pro interface. I want to understand how the Premiere Pro interface works, what we need to understand about Adobe Premiere Pro, all the tools, the essentials, everything, the graphics in Adobe Premiere Pro. So we're going to navigate Premiere Pro interface to create a project. We're going to understand how to create a project and how it works. 3, import and organize media, which is very, very important for we to first start any project or to start any video, editing any video. You have to get your files, import them. How do you import them to your Premiere Pro? And also how you organize your media. Compose a sequence, apply edit to video and audio clips, add text and shape to a sequence, add transitions and effect to a sequence, export a sequence for upload to the web. Now these parts tend to be the most important parts before you start your project. A project in Premiere Pro encompasses of all the files you will use to create your final product. This includes many different files such as video, audio, graphics, music, special effects. Before beginning a new project, it's important to create an organizational system for managing these assets. Maintaining this system streamlines the edit process, allow Premiere Pro to run smoothly, and prevent misplacement of files. Putting your files together and putting it safe and organizing it helps to speed up the rate of your workflow. In a situation where you're looking for your files, if you don't create a folder and save them in those folders, you tend to look for those files and you don't find them. Project file management is one of the most important things before you start working on your video edits, before you start working on your projects. Project file management cannot be more overemphasized. It saves you time, it saves you energy, it saves you stress, because there are times you're going to be looking for your file renders, your graphics, your project files, your videos, your sound, your music. If you don't create an organizational system where you can refer to your files. You tend to look for them and you don't find them. And in those cases, you tend to get frustrated. You tend to quit. You tend to give up, and you don't want to do that along creating your project or along editing your videos. So, project file management is very, very important. Creating a file render contains all the render sequence from the project. Creating a graphics folder that contains all the image and stills for your project. It's very, very important. Creating a project file houses the pre-project file created when you create a new project in your Premiere Pro. Creating a video file contains all the video clips that you're going to be needing for your project. Creating a sound folder contains sound effects and audio tracks separate from your video clips. Creating a music folder contains music tracks. Now, this is important because as you create all these folders, it's very, very easy to make reference to the part where you saved all these folders. And when you're looking for any file, you just quickly go there, pick it and use. But if you don't create a folder, you don't create a system where you can easily make reference to, you tend to be confused. So do yourself good, create a folder, know how to manage your files, know where you can find your files, and your work will run smoothly. So please take notes. This curriculum has been uploaded on the description below so you can download. Let's jump into launching our Premiere Pro. You can purchase this software on adobe.com, or you can download the free version from Get Into PC, which I'm going to put a link on the description below. When you launch your Premiere Pro, this is the dialog box you're going to be seeing. So right here we have new projects, we have open projects. This new project is a start to create a new project for you to start working with, or you have a recent project you've already worked on your computer, on your system, and you want to continue on the project. As you can see here, these are the project I've worked on. I can decide to click on it and continue with the project, or I can start by creating a new project for a different project I want to start working on. So for this course, I'm going to click on new project to start the new project. So when you click on that, this new project dialog box opens. So here you input the name of the project you want to start working with. So for this course, I'm going to say first class. Then for the location, I'm going to create a location. Of course, there's a default location created for every Premiere Pro on your system. But for this course, I'm going to choose a different location. So I'm going to click on browse and go to my computer and go to my hard drive and save the project there. So once that is done, just click on OK. When this dialog box opens up, if we come back to our curriculum, you're going to see where we have the workspace. There are 8 default workspace: assembly, editing, color, effect, audio, graphics, captions, and libraries. And this can be customized to a personal workflow. The workspace are accessible from the workspace control bar located at the top of the Premiere Pro application. So when you look at your curriculum and also on your Premiere Pro software, you see where the workspace control bar is located. You see where we have learn. So currently we're in the editing workspace. So we'll see where we have learn workspace. And this learn workspace, you see new tutorial available. You see completely new, the basics, skill and projects. You can get started. When you get started, click on get started. You see all the clips that the Premiere Pro have. You see all the clips that the Premiere Pro have. You can play to see what example, has been installed in the Premiere Pro. So when you play that, that is a video created by the software, by the Adobe itself. So when you come to that workspace, that is what you're going to see. So come also move to the assembly workspace. We're going to see a different workspace. Move to the editing workspace. You see the editing workspace is also different. I'm going to delete this here, so we're starting afresh. So also see editing workspace. So also go to the next workspace, which is color workspace. Here you can see where you have your color presets. Also come to the effects workspace. You see where you have all your effects. Then we'll come to audio. See where we have our audio tracks, audio clip mixer. Then the graphics workspace. You see where we have our essential graphics right here. So this is the default essential graphics that came with the software, and also these are the ones are also installed into the software because I've been using the software, and I can also install essential graphics by downloading it and installing it here. So when we go to the caption workspace, you see, so you come to the library workspace, you see the different workspace. You see the figure 5, the assembly workspace. So, and if you see where we have the red box here and it says this particular panel, which is the project panel. We have the project panel. This is the panel where you where you import and organize your project assets. The second panel, we have the 2, is the source monitor panel where you preview your clips you've imported before editing. And also the number 3 here is the timeline panel. You arrange your clips in sequence that is split from left to right. On our next class, we're going to understand how to import our clips by double-clicking on a project panel and also bringing our clip to the preview panel, bringing our clip to the source monitor, and bringing the parts we want into our timeline base. Also going to learn the 2 different ways of how to create a sequence. Creating a sequence by dragging your clip into the timeline, or creating a sequence by right-clicking on the project panel to create a sequence. So see you next class.